Today I've decided to analyze communication privacy management theory. It all starts with social penetration theory, which is the more our relationships develop, the higher amounts of self-disclosure. Sandra Petronio challenged this theory by saying, along with self-disclosure, they desire privacy. This leads to the development of communication privacy management theory, in short, CPM. Communication privacy management theory understands the way people navigate boundaries centered around the disclosure of private information. Petronio based this around 5 principles. Principle 1 is the ownership and control. People believe they have a right to own and control their private information. We view the information as private because we view it as something we own. The sense of ownership of private information makes us feel the need to build boundaries. Principle number 2, rules of concealing and revealing. People control their private information through personal privacy rules. Petronio says there are 5 factors to create these rules. Culture, which is varying in their willingness to be open about information, collectivist or individualistic. Gender, more willing to share info to the same gender because of shared experiences. Motivation, more likely to share information with people we like or care for us. Context, what is this info? What is the severity? How much would it impact the person? This can tighten or loosen the rules that we make. Risk-benefit ratio. When the negative consequences are greater than the positives, we become more strict. Principle number 3. Disclosure creates a co-owner. When someone knows the private info, they become a co-owner of that information. This can happen intentionally or unintentionally. No matter what, the co-owner will feel responsibility for this information. Principle number 4. The coordination of mutual privacy boundaries. Petronio argued co-owners always agreed on set privacy rules. Shared privacy rules equals low chance that boundaries get broken. What should co-owners discuss when making privacy rules? 1. Who holds the majority ownership over the info? 2. Who else is allowed to know? And 3. How fluid or strict are the boundaries? Principle number 5. Boundary turbulence in negatively impacted relationships. Boundary turbulence is a disruption in the way co-owners were supposed to control the information. Causes of the boundary turbulence can be vague/incomplete set of boundaries, intentional breach of boundaries, or mistakes. A real-life CPN example. A scenario, a teenager shares personal information about her mental health with a close friend. Ownership of the info. The teen that controls the private info, but by telling her friend they are now co-owners. Boundaries. The teen sets the rules by saying, you know this, but don't tell anyone else. Boundary violation. The friend tells her classmate about the teen's private information. Theory insight. CPM theory shows how people negotiate and manage private info in the relationships. The impact of the boundary violation. When the privacy rules were broken, the trust in their friendship was strained and causes boundary turbulence. Critiques of CPM. It's hard to measure boundaries. It's difficult to measure people's privacy boundaries because they are constantly changing and visible and different for every situation. Boundary violations are more complex. Sometimes sharing someone's private information can be necessary for safety or emergencies and doesn't always harm the relationship. And finally, it doesn't fully address power differences. Sometimes people have less power to protect their private information, such as children, employees, and patients. So the theory doesn't capture the full privacy imbalances.